All right, welcome back to another episode of the Karter Cast. I'm your host, Karter Baughan. With me, as always, Dylan, Ben, Connor. Draft time. Totally different draft. You know, we're not recording this the exact same day as the Worst People draft. We're not doing that. Not doing that at all. But anyhow, before we get into today's show, we're brought to you by SeatGeek. Download the SeatGeek app or go to SeatGeek.com for $20 off your first purchase. Use code KarterCast. $50 minimum purchase required. Terms and conditions to apply. Use code KarterCast at SeatGeek.com today. Dylan, anything about SeatGeek?
Can I add something in about SeatGeek before we get started?
Big
code
SeatGeek
Karter,
guy.
code KarterCast, $20 off your first order. I use SeatGeek to get my tickets to the Democratic National Convention, and today, with everything that's going on, I'm very excited to see how that plays out. The ticket price has been going up because obviously a lot of drama, and I'm glad I was able to secure mine at SeatGeek. $20 off. Code KarterCast.
Yeah, and easy to sell them because I don't think you'll end up going to the DNC.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. Some are saying. Well, I guess
both.
I guess that'll be determined by the results of the state's draft.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. I love it. All right. We, as always, we picked the draft order before we started. It's Connor first, then Ben, then myself, and then Dylan. 4-round snake draft, wrap around. We know how it goes. States draft, very simple, very self-explanatory. This can go a million ways. Best states. This is not a worst states draft, but best states. And we have Connor, 1-1.
The very clear 1-1 in my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion is North Carolina. I don't think it's even close.
That's not.
I don't even.
Great. I'll be honest.
Not even close.
I'll be honest. It is like personal 1-1 for sure. Yeah, I love North Carolina.
You can't tell me that California or New York or whatever is better
Hey,
than
don't
North
tip
Carolina.
picks here. Don't tip picks here.
Okay, well, let me explain. May I?
We don't know all the states here. Some of us. I don't think this whole podcast can name all 50 states.
All right, let me explain myself. 1-1 here. North Carolina. First of all, geographical stuff. You got the mountains, only a short drive away. You want to go to the Blue Ridge. You want to go to the Blue Ridge Parkway, Smoky Mountains. You got some hiking trails, Hanging Rock within drivable distance to a lot of places. You got the mountains. You want to go to the beach? Great coastline. Ocean Isle Beach, personal favorite. You got the Outer Banks, Emerald Isle, all these different places on the coast. Great beaches. Wrightsville Beach, Wilmington's a big one. You want sports? We got great college sports, college basketball. North Carolina, Duke, NC State, I guess a little bit. Like great sports rivalry. You got a big city. You got Charlotte, big city. Hornets, Panthers, not awesome, but I think Charlotte's a decent, decently well put together big city. Traffic kind of sucks, but sports teams, they're there.
Every big city.
Yeah, fair. Shopping, Concord Mills, outlet malls everywhere. I just think it has everything to offer. I think North Carolina has the best of the best. Food-wise, Krispy Kreme founded there. Cookout, Bojangles, all these great places.
There you go.
Cheerwine's there. I mean, that's all you need to know right there about the food. A lot of different stuff. NASCAR course there. I don't know. Whatever you want to say.
No, North Carolina is my personal 1-1. I'm just saying
The
graphic, it's not going to play well.
I think it will. Sneaky. I was doing some research before this. A lot of people have North Carolina top 5.
No, it's. I promise, it's gonna look. It's gonna
barbecue. Great barbecue.
It would look great in the late second or early third round. It's not gonna look great round 1-1 overall. Round 1, it may be at the tail end, but
1-1 North Carolina. I think that's easily the best pick.
Yeah.
I hear your points, but counterpoint, you can't breathe in that state.
Humidity.
You cannot breathe in North Carolina. I was just there for a week. I came home to Ohio. I never thought I'd be so glad to be back in Ohio.
What I will say is that's tough for Dylan though, because in the states that are very red, you also can't breathe.
A lot of states you can't breathe in are red. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But that's another thing, North Carolina. You get summer, you get winter, you get fall, you get spring. You got some very defined seasons. It's not just like hot all the time or cold all the time.
I don't know. Also, you don't have Sheets or Buc-ee's. You don't have a Sheets or a Buc-ee's.
They have both.
Sheets are everywhere.
They have
Sheets
both.
are everywhere.
In North Carolina?
Buc-ee's is opening in Mebane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buc-ee's, yeah.
Where's the Buc-ee's in North Carolina? Because I looked and I could not find a North Carolina Buc-ee's.
Opening in Burlington, around Burlington.
Okay, it's not open currently then.
Yeah.
But Sheets are like one every mile.
One
I'll
issue.
corrected on Sheets.
No MLB team for baseball fans. That's not great. Yes, you have a minor league
fine
baseball
for me.
team everywhere you turn, but if you like Major League Baseball, no MLB team in Carolina.
It's true.
MLS, Charlotte FC.
Yeah.
The Hurricanes, Carolina Hurricanes, great hockey team, great stadium.
You say the words Major League Soccer. That is Dylan's ear. That is the worst thing Dylan could hear.
I'm
What are we
sticking
talking
with
about?
1-1.
Yeah,
Biltmore State.
He just sees blue when he hears MLS. But anyhow, Ben, you're up.
Ooh.
Don't
Well, this is
take
a
my
blue-
pick here, Ben.
I'm going to Hawaii.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
That was gonna be my. I think that was 1-2.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. No, well, if it's got to be a first round pick, if people plan like the year's vacation, the big vacation to that state.
Yes, but the biggest issue is it's so
North Carolina.
far away. It
is.
far away, and you can get comparable Hawaii experiences places in the States. It's nowhere near as good. Like, Hawaii's awesome. It's great. But, like, if you're just chilling on the beach, a really nice Florida beach is pretty comparable.
And I don't want to be obtuse here, but don't Hawaii natives hate inlanders, like people, like visitors?
Yeah, but doesn't every state hate
They do.
visitors?
I don't care if someone comes to Ohio. You're going to be just as
Yeah,
miserable as
you don't
I
have
am.
that problem.
Yeah, because guess what? Joakim Noah said it perfectly. No one's planning their vacation going to Ohio.
Columbus, test food market of the nation. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm actually planning to go to a crew game, Columbus crew game. Yeah.
Great field, lower.com.
You can get $20 off code Cartercast, I bet.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I think Hawaii's a great pick there. I think
Yeah,
Hawaii
can't
is.
argue.
It's fantastic. Yeah, you plan your vacation around Hawaii. It's huge. But being far away, it does stink. That's a huge issue. And it's such a pain to get to Hawaii, no matter where you are. Especially if you're traveling from the East Coast and you're like, I'm gonna plan a Hawaii vacation. That's like a 13-hour travel day.
Yeah. Half the trip's travel days. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Coming from the East Coast, it's 10 times harder.
And nothing's weirder when you go to Hawaii and the jet lag. You're like, I'm waking up at 4 a.m. and I feel great. Like, what's going on here? It's very weird. But anyhow, all right, I'll go next. I can't wait for this one. This is gonna push the anti-Dylan rhetoric to no end. I'm going California.
Oh, wow.
California, you can hate the politics all you want. You can, the homeless encampments, whatever. It's the best state. It's the best state in the United States.
I disagree.
Yes, it is. Where have you been in California? Have you been to San Fran or L.A.?
Sacramento.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
If you've been to L.A., San Diego, or San Fran, it's unbelievable. It is perfect weather year-round. Perfect weather.
Yeah.
360 out of 365 days a year. There's a reason the most famous people in the world, the richest people in the world want to live in California. It's the nicest state in the United States. It's the best. Absolute best. California, I think, is the 1-1 in this draft.
Cost of living mean anything to you, Carter?
Cost of living's bad, but we could do cost of living. Hawaii's cost of living's horrendous. It's almost worse than California.
North Carolina's is pretty good compared to a lot of these other states.
That is a huge one for Carolina.
But yeah, no, I'm with you on California. There is a reason that like Hollywood's out there and all the famous movie stars. It's like once you make it, let's go to LA and see if I can take this somewhere. That's always like the phrase. It's like, oh, they moved out to LA and they're hiring an agent or something. There's a reason for that. So I'm with you. Personal preference, don't love it, but
Connor,
right.
as a bronzesexual as you are, there's a reason LeBron won't leave the Lakers. He loves
Why is
LA.
that?
Because
Yeah.
he loves LA. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that.
LA,
Good pick.
it's
It's a first round pick.
San Francisco's got amazing weather. Now Oakland, not a big fan of Oakland. Not a big fan.
Why is that?
Baseball
it's
announcer?
Awful. Baseball announcer, great pick. Worst baseball announcer in the game. This isn't even a sexist topic. I'm not even going there. I mean, it's awful. I feel so bad for A's fans.
I kind of like her. I'm not going to lie.
No, stop
Kind of
that.
a fan.
When,
Kind of a fan.
when someone goes 2 for 3 and already hit a home run and he gets one strike, she goes, "Hey Siri, it's not your night." And then the next pitch bangs a home run, second home run of the game.
She doesn't control that.
Yes, she does. The
she
guy
said-
already hit a home run.
But she
he
doesn't
already
control
had
him.
a great game. He already had a great game. He's already playing fantastic.
She doesn't control him hitting another home run because she makes that comment.
Dylan. Okay, take that part out of it. She said it's not your night, and he went 2 for 3 and hit a home run already.
When she
I
said
don't know.
that.
I'm a fan.
No, you're not.
I'm a fan.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You're not even
National
a baseball
Convention.
guy. You're not even a baseball guy.
I'm not even a baseball guy, and that tells you how bad
Ben,
she is.
Ben, get him out of here. Let's get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Give me a nice strikeout call, Dylan.
I wasn't expecting the A's to come up in this, but yeah.
Awful ballpark. Historic
California
ballpark.
pick.
Awful ballpark. But
Yeah,
anyhow,
yeah.
California.
good pick.
Dylan, I'm very excited about these two picks.
Number one pick for me is going to be the great state of Tennessee, my birthplace, Tennessee Titans, home state. Connor currently lives there.
Knoxville resident.
The reason I'm going with Tennessee is it is a state where you can kind of have everything. You have a theme park, you have Dollywood, you have the bigger cities, the touristy cities, Sevierville. What, Carter?
No beach.
I'm not a beach guy. I guess I did say they have everything, but I'm not a beach guy. But that's there might not be a beach, but there's places like there's a place called the Sinks where you can go rock jumping into like it's like a pool type deal where it's natural
water.
There's bodies of water.
I would argue you can't be a 1-1 or you can't be a first round pick if you're a landlocked state.
You can 100% because beaches. Not everybody loves beaches.
I think the majority of people do love beaches.
Top 10 activities for vacation. Beach is not on that.
Oh my gosh!
I am
Quote
not.
Quote card.
It's not in my top 10. Now, yeah, not my top 10. That's what I'll say. But
It's controversial.
you got casinos, you got sports games, you got amusement parks, you got camping, you got. I mean, we go on and on. But anyway,
But doesn't every state have those? I mean, casinos maybe not, but I feel like most states have casinos.
I mean, most states probably do.
Tennessee
like
doesn't
Texas-
have casinos.
Tennessee,
Am I
Tennessee doesn't.
stupid?
No, Tennessee doesn't have casinos. You have to go to across the
Harrah's.
Smokies, North Carolina, Harrah's. Yeah.
That makes Connor's pick look better. I think this is a terrible pick.
Well, you can say it's a terrible pick all you want, but it has almost everything that you could ask for.
No, it doesn't. Literally, that's what I'm saying. They don't have beaches. They don't have casinos.
It has a national champion, Tennessee Volunteers baseball. It has amusement parks, the birthplace of country music, Toby Mac, Dave
there
Ramsey
you go.
headquarters.
Nashville.
Dave
Nashville is what you
Ramsey.
need.
Yeah, you need to
That's
pick
what
Nashville.
you lead off with.
Yeah, you should have led off with Nashville.
What do you mean? When I'm trying to justify my pick?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Nashville's
did.
the
That's the
calling
city I was
card.
born in. First Baptist Hospital.
You
Shout
were
out.
sitting there talking about the sinks.
Do not trash the sinks until you've been
I'm
to
not
the sinks.
trashing the sinks, but you shouldn't lead off with the sinks.
If you go to the sinks, you know why I let off with the sinks,
I haven't been, so
which
I'll
is
get
an
back to you.
awful place to name, awful name for a body of water, the sinks. But
I will say, in defense of Dylan,
I actually
no
don't hate
income tax. No income tax here. That's
you
a
beat
good
me
one.
to it, Connor. No income tax, the second lowest effective tax rate for citizens, Tennessee.
Yeah, that's nice. Also, mountains are close, beautiful trails, great rivers for tubing. Did that this weekend. And the weather's generally good. So,
But let me ask you this, Dylan. You were saying Connor's pick shouldn't have gone 1-1. What does Tennessee have that Carolina doesn't besides Nashville?
You can breathe.
I disagree. The
No,
weather's very
it's
comparable.
so humid.
Nope. You
It's
can breathe.
so humid.
A lot different than North Carolina. A
What
lot
are you
different.
talking about?
I've been to both of them.
I've been to both too. Connor
I've
has lived in
I've
both.
lived in both, and the weather's very comparable. The whole breathing thing in North Carolina, I don't know where that's coming from. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think states in the Mountain West are worse for breathing, with altitude and everything. Before we move on,
better.
let's, okay, Ben's back. We're good. We're back. All right, Dylan.
Yeah,
Can I go again?
Dylan.
Yeah.
Personally, I like Tennessee, so I'm not going to fault you for that.
I like
so.
Tennessee, but I think North Carolina.
And
is
you've got
far
Memphis.
superior. Yeah, your favorite
Go
player, John
Grizzlies.
Morant.
Yeah.
Go Grizzlies. Murray
Yeah,
State.
You, John Morant. Hey, Dylan, what'd you get for Christmas this year?
Got a John Morant jersey.
And what else?
In today's society where we can be focused on items, and I think it's better just to reflect on the time I got to spend with my family that I'm grateful for.
Do you have to have a permit for what you got?
In a year, maybe not.
All right, next pick.
I'm going Nevada, Las Vegas, Reno. Yeah, you can bleh all you want. The air, I'm a big fan of the dry air.
Can
right?
we stop with the air quality? What are we doing?
What are you talking about? That's so important when you're picking a
it-
state to go
it-
vacation to.
I was about to say it is sneaky. We'll get into it. We got more about air quality in this draft.
All right, go
Yeah,
ahead, go ahead,
You could have trashed California with the pollution, but no one did it.
Well,
so.
it's not necessarily about how bad the air is for you. It's how the air makes me feel. Like when I go to a southern state like North Carolina and I can't breathe, but then I go to Nevada and it's like the freshest air I've ever breathed in. Now lips get chapped, sure, but fresh air. Casinos, obviously, Lake Tahoe, beautiful, very clear water. I appreciate that. You have, Reno obviously has casinos too. All around, big fan of Nevada. Blue state, so I'm not showing any bias.
Huge issue with Nevada. One, I don't like being in Vegas for more than 2 days.
See, it depends how much money I have, but I could do a long time in Vegas.
And then also, if 98% of your state is nothing and sucks, then is it that great?
Yeah, if we're doing like cities, then take Vegas, sure, but states is tough.
Yeah, because like Reno, no one's going on vacation to Reno, brother.
What are you talking about?
No, people go to Lake Tahoe.
Well,
You don't go to
Reno,
Reno.
it's the okay. I would say it's very similar.
That's very
group
two
those two
very different
together.
things. They don't play the celebrity golf tournament in Reno. They play it at Lake Tahoe.
I don't know.
Isn't it gonna be like 112 degrees in Vegas this week or something?
It was
like that?
120. I was in Vegas all last week. It hit 123 while I was there. It was awful.
123 degrees. You're lying.
Yes, you can't breathe. I'm not lying. Look it up.
Go swim. Get over it. Go hop in a pool. There's plenty of them there.
But you can't breathe. You can't breathe in North Carolina. I'm so sorry, Dylan.
It's
You
not
go plop
about.
down to Circa,
Oh, I'm
plop
so
down to
sorry.
Circa Sportsbook, and Jeff Benson will tell you Nevada's the best state in the country.
When it's 120 degrees, dude, you can't breathe.
It's not. No, you can breathe because the
No, you
air
can- I
isn't
was
the
there.
air isn't thick. That's the difference here. It's not
No,
about
no,
the
no, no,
temperature. It's about how thick the air is.
When it's 120 degrees, it doesn't matter if there's
you're being
0%
smothered.
humidity. It's still awful.
I would disagree, and I had this conversation with Abby. I disagree. Is it hot in Vegas? Sure. Is it hot in Nevada? Sure. But at least you can breathe. And if you're hot, go jump in a pool. Get over it. You can't jump in a pool and automatically make the air drier in North Carolina.
I'm not with you on that one.
L-pick.
Not. See, I thought Dylan would
I
go
think
Vegas. I
Nevada's-
really did.
Nevada's the worst pick of the draft.
We're 5 picks in.
And that's why I'm saying it already.
Okay, fair.
Dylan, I can't wait for football season. I've missed this.
I can't either. I can't.
I'll go next pick. Hey, Dylan, you want to trash this pick? You ready for this one?
I'm sure.
Florida.
Don't hate it. Don't hate that pick.
No, that's a great pick. That was my next pick.
Yeah, Florida. I mean, you got it. Now, no mountains, stinks. The weather in the summer is just hell on earth. It is awful. You can't breathe in Florida. You're right, Dylan. It's terrible down there. But I would argue it might be the best golfing state in the union.
No.
Right? No.
South Carolina, Myrtle Beach is the golf capital of the world.
Yeah, fair.
Putt capital.
Fair.
And then no, and I think outside of Hawaii, I think Florida has the best beaches in the country.
Yeah.
I'm not a
World?
Disney guy. Yeah, I'm not a Disney guy, but you got Disney World, so dibs. And I got both Disney, so I went all the Disney adults. So the crowd in Utah is gonna love this pick, love these two picks because a lot of Disney adults here. And Florida, very self-explanatory, easy pick. And I think Dylan, I think you're okay with their governor.
No comment.
Okay, all right.
No comment
in
on the
favor of this
governor.
pick, Carter, pretty good pro sports situation too. Ton of teams there to choose from. And you have, I hate to bring up MLS, Inter Miami with Messi, big deal.
Yeah, I know. Great beaches.
Three NFL teams is crazy.
Yeah. The Jaguars. I get the Jaguars. I get the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. I get the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl.
No income tax there
Boca
either.
Raton Bowl.
No income tax in Florida either.
Yep.
Yes, and Costco guys. You get the Costco guys.
Oh, dub. I get AJ and Big Justice.
We bring the boom.
Are you worried about the integrity of the boom meter? Dylan?
They gave something recently a doom, and that has alleviated all of my worries. I can't remember what it was.
What would constitute a doom? Would it just be like a Road Trip Whopper Jr.?
Stealth missions on video games.
There you go. Ben, you're up.
Okay, right here, I'm gonna go with Arizona.
Oh,
I've always wanted
Yeah.
to visit there. Always wanted to visit.
Yeah, I like the whole vibe of the palm trees. It is very hot, but I like more of the sort of palm tree. I like the architecture of the houses and stuff's kind of cool too. Like kind of that Pueblo looking it's
yeah.
it's
Cactus
cool.
in the
It's
yard.
Cool. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like that. I don't like that. I'm not a fan
Really?
of it. No, I like the colonial style. I like you go to Charlottesville,
Yeah.
near UVA.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona's a
That's
good pick. I've been to Phoenix. I had a good time there. There's people love Scottsdale. I feel like that's a
Yeah,
popular
you run
place.
out of good states quick.
Was it Waste Management there? Isn't that the golf thing there?
Yeah, big tournament.
yeah.
I think Arizona would have
Not a great place for the Final Four.
not a great place for the Final Four.
Still
Not-
fun,
Yeah,
but not great.
it's nice with warm weather, but the problem with Arizona, one, very hot, whatever. You can crap on that for most states at some point in the year. I think Arizona is a much better pick than Nevada.
Now we're starting. Now we're
I
starting
think
beef
it's
with
got.
the picks.
I think it's got basically everything you'd want.
It's like a
outside-
better version. in
Yeah,
my
I think it's
opinion.
just a better version of Nevada. Nevada. Well, we're going Nevada. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? I don't want to take too much
I-
time.
We're past it. We're past it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep bringing it up just to piss off Dylan.
What's the difference?
What, between the states?
They're both deserts. One of them just has a really awesome city and a great lake.
Okay, so Arizona,
I'm with him there.
Great Lake, Arizona, Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Dylan loves the Grand Canyon.
Oh, let's go look at some rocks, boys. Ooh, yeah.
Arizona, Lake Powell. You got part of Lake Powell.
Oh, Lake Powell's awesome too. Yeah, Lake Powell's awesome too. All right, Connor, you're up.
Back to back here. Yep. Let's get this thing back on the tracks. I'm not going to waste any time. Texas
Yeah.
is the pick here.
I get it.
Never been.
I'll be honest. I'll say it. Texas overrated.
Well, I'm getting it last pick of the second round. I think
Exactly.
that's a good spot.
No. I know it's phenomenal value right here. Texas people will be like, "That's 1-1. You can be Texas. Everything's bigger." Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
disagree.
Texas slightly overrated. The weather sucks. Like Dallas gets cold. Like
Yeah.
Dallas gets
People
really
were
cold.
people were losing their minds over a little bit of snow last summer.
Now,
What?
we made the case for North Carolina being 1-1 that you get all the seasons, and then we're crapping on
No,
Dallas for
but-
being a little cold.
But yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. But like,
That's
yeah,
fair.
no, true. Yeah, you got me.
All right, let me make my case. Texas, no income tax, ton of huge cities. Feel like you can travel within Texas and like you're in completely different spots, like Houston, Austin, Dallas, San Antonio. Those are like huge points of interest that all within
Connor,
the same state.
what about those? What about those women down in San Antonio though?
I ain't got nothing to say about them women down there in San Antonio. Pro sports teams: Mavericks, Rockets, Spurs, NBA teams, Cowboys, Texans, some NHL, MLB teams there. I don't know. I think overall it's just a good state, a lot of value there, and it is bigger, so I get more with this pick. So yeah, Cowboy
no.
hats, stockyards, Fort Worth. I don't know.
Yeah,
Get
no,
more
I
land
think it's a
size, more square footage.
Great pick. You get everything. You get the beaches of Galveston. Whew.
Oh yeah.
Get on the Galveston.
Are we clowning on Galveston because I was thinking about stopping by when we were in Houston? Should I not go to Galveston?
There's just a pretty
Someone
viral
is
clip
not
on TNT.
NBA. Someone does not watch the NBA.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley was making fun of it. All right, third round pick. We'll start it off. This is going to be one that I don't think anybody would have picked. I'm going to go Wisconsin. Sneaky
Would not
good
have
pick
picked-
here.
That was not going to be on my draft board.
So I went to Summerfest in Wisconsin. That was a great time. And that's my first time to Wisconsin. Milwaukee's fun, relevant sports teams, Packers, Bucks, Brewers. Famous for their dairy. I'm a big dairy guy. Cheese, frozen custard. They got Miller Lights Capitals there, so great beer. I know you guys don't necessarily love that, but Miller Brewing Company's there. They're called the water park capital of the world, which I was unaware of until I started looking it up. So there's that. And there's a couple lakes up there near there. So, if you ever need to escape to Canada, you're not that far. The U.S. goes to crap.
You know who's
So
from
wait,
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin.
too?
Who's
do
from
what?
Wisconsin?
Tony Bennett's from Wisconsin.
Oh, so a little personal value here.
University of Green Bay legend and Wisconsin assistant coach under Dick Bennett.
little
Charlotte
knowledge
Hornet.
drop.
Charlotte Hornet, Tony Bennett.
Well, I think
Yeah,
Wisconsin's
Charlotte Hornet
underrated.
legend.
Great cheese curds there too. That's the first time I had cheese curds. They were good there. So
That's
going
the first
Wisconsin.
time you've had cheese curds?
I used to think I never liked them, but yeah, I only had them for the first time like 2 years ago.
Did you draft mozzarella sticks?
No, I did.
No,
Okay, all right. Just
I
making
love
sure.
mozzarella
It's the
sticks.
same thing.
Cheese curds. Oh,
I just never strayed away from the sticks.
That's fair.
Ben, third round pick.
Wait, it's back to me again?
Yeah, it's
okay. I am going with this is where it kind of drops off for me a little bit. I'm going to go New York because I love New York City.
Great pick.
Wow.
See, I feel like that's
I
either
like
a
that in
big
the
hit
third
or a
round.
big miss.
I wouldn't love that in the first or second round, but getting it in the third round, I feel okay about it.
That was going to be my next pick. New York City. It's one of my favorite places to visit. It's why they say it's the greatest city on earth. probably not the
And
greatest.
it's
it's a-
pretty
it's a-
outside of the city too.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's a
It's
pretty
got sneaky
area.
good value outside of the city itself.
You get Buffalo, great wings.
Mhm.
Um,
I need to go to Wingnuts. That's like a before I die bucket list.
Yeah,
item.
no, New York City. I mean, I love it. Probably it might be my favorite place to go visit. It might be. I love
can't
New York
agree
City.
with that.
When you
I
go,
love
when
the
you
vibes.
go to a huge event, second best pizza in the world apparently. First pizza I've had.
Connecticut.
Never been to New Haven, so
New Haven pizza, I think, has to be 1-1. As somebody that lived there.
that's a goal of mine. One day I'm gonna rent a car. I'm just gonna fly to Boston, rent a car, go through the Northeast. First stop, go to New Haven.
Fly a
go get some
Velo. A
pizza.
Velo flies into New Haven. It's so cheap.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll fly to Boston on Delta.
It's a little taxi in the air. No, New York's a good pick though. Dylan, any qualms?
I've been to New York City. I would be okay never going there again in my life.
Yeah,
See, that's how a lot of people are.
I'm not so sure about the New York City hype. Now, Abby wants to go back. Obviously, I do that, but like, I don't know. I do appreciate the public transportation. I don't appreciate you take on the chance of dying if you take the public transportation.
No, you
See,
don't. It's fine.
You do feel generally
take a
unsafe, but it
chance
is
on-
very entertaining.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You take the chance of dying doing anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
When you boil it down,
Philosophical.
that's true. That's true.
Ben Socrates Hammond himself.
Yes.
All right, I guess it's back to me. I got multiple picks here that I like. Man, I don't know where to go with this.
Got about what 43 choices?
I got the GM in my ear saying, pick a certain state.
So is
that-
Cuba allowed in this draft?
Puerto Rico.
All right.
Are we
let's
considering
go-
territories?
I'm gonna veto Guam. I'm gonna veto
Fair.
Guam.
Yeah. No, fair.
Can I get Ecuador? Because they use the U.S. dollar.
Do they? I don't think I
Good
knew
question.
Let's go, man. F it. Utah. I'll say it.
Oh,
I'll go Utah.
That. There it is.
Yeah. I'm going Utah. National parks, the best mountain views in the country.
Yeah, the views.
Best mountain.
Why have you cared about that?
I care about the mountain views. What do you mean? I love the mountains. Now, I'm not a hiker, but they do have the best hikes. They do have the best skiing in the world.
Okay. Fair. If you're talking about, hey, I don't like this, but it has these things, that's fair.
Yes. I don't look. When you talk about California, it has Oakland. I don't like Oakland, but I guess I get
Fair.
it's like Disney.
Fair.
I didn't draft Florida for Disney. And also Utah. I mean, Ben, you know this. Safest place on earth.
Oh, it is.
I mean, you walk around anywhere in Utah.
Why is that?
You can walk around at night. Politics, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just Dylan, do you know why?
Why Utah is the safest place?
Yeah.
I
I think it's just low
No.
crime. I just think it's just low crime.
well, I'm seeing
Also-
number 9 in the country in crime and corrections. So
Well, they have specifically police for jaywalking, so that makes me feel safe.
That's Idaho.
That was
See,
Idaho.
all those are the same. My bad.
which is like
the
the AAA version of Utah.
And also, you can little tip picks here. You can compare. It was between Colorado or Utah. Colorado. The reason I didn't go Colorado is because I hate the Denver International Airport more than anything. The fact that it's an hour away from the city is ridiculous. It's like 45 minutes away. It's
It is
so
far.
far away. And if you have to go through TSA there, it stinks. It's awful. And also, when you're in Denver, you're like, oh, Denver, I'm in the Rockies. The mountains are like 35, 40 minutes away. They're so far away.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in Kansas City when you're in downtown Denver.
counterpoint for Colorado, the city of Blackhawk. Bunch of casinos.
Blackhawk's great.
Bunch of
Blackhawk's great.
casinos.
You know,
name dropped Blackhawk. I've driven past it.
no,
Never
it's
been there.
great casino. Been there. But also, I will say downside of Utah, there's some downsides. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not loving Utah, but third round, I wanted to get a nice little national parks pick in there.
Fair.
No casinos in Utah.
That's a tough one.
Because Wendover's in Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no casinos in Utah, but like I said, it's so convenient. But yeah, I'm going Utah, third round. Dylan, back to back.
How are we approaching the Washington, D.C. situation? Is that an entity of its own, or are we saying Maryland gets Washington, D.C.?
I think if you draft Maryland or Virginia, you just get those parts. Like, you get half a DC. I guess you touch DC. I don't think you draft DC on its own.
Okay, I'm looking at a tax thing right here, and it has DC separate. So I wanted to make sure. I was going to go with Utah, so great pick on your part, Maryland. And I say Maryland because DC is absolutely beautiful. They have a great zoo. Bad bridges.
You picked the wrong one.
Why?
Virginia's the better pick there.
No, I don't like Virginia.
Yeah.
I just got stuck in an hour of traffic coming back from Sunset Beach in Virginia. There's no shot I'm picking Virginia.
Oh, Virginia's the better pick. Oh, so I guess you get Baltimore. Yay.
I like Baltimore. We went to Baltimore for my brother-in-law's bachelor party. It was an awesome city. I was a big fan of Baltimore.
I got one thing that's in favor of Maryland, specifically Baltimore. You have Camden Yards.
Beautiful park.
That would be sweet.
Beautiful park. Yes, that's where we went to an Orioles game.
Yeah.
If you like what's their big thing, lobster or something. If you like that, there you go. Good for you. Yeah,
Old
Maryland.
Bay.
Yep, Old Bay seasoning. I'm going Maryland. My last pick, very tough. I think I'm gonna have to go Ohio.
Oh,
and you can laugh about Ohio. All of you.
Insert the Joakim Noah video right here. Oh my gosh.
You can crap on Ohio all you want, but we have 3 major cities that's no more than 3 or 4 hours to get from most of the big parts to another. We have Ohio State football. As much as I hate it, it's good.
Time out. What did you just say about the cities?
That they're like 4 or 5 hours apart. You take 71 from Cincinnati to Cleveland.
Oh, so you're saying going in between the city, like you just have 3 major cities. I thought you were saying you have major cities to go to other cities. Like it's easy to get to like out of state places. I was going to trash that, but never mind.
Oh, well, Cincinnati, you're right there. You could get there's an airport, and then you could drive to Indiana. You drive to Kentucky.
You don't want to though. You should want to stay in Ohio.
Exactly. But what was the point you were making?
It was different. I misheard.
Okay. All right. Yeah, lots of good sports. Like I said, I know I said it kind of jokingly, but Columbus is the test market for lots of fast food places. So if you want to, allegedly they're bringing back the snack wrap at McDonald's. I would not be surprised if Columbus gets that first.
You know where it's going?
North Carolina.
Hickory, North Carolina.
Fact check, they're only testing the tenders there right now.
And you know what the next step is.
Yeah, they're testing it in a lesser state so they can bring the big thing.
It's hilarious, too, because Ohio, I mean, they weren't even first in flight either.
Yeah,
Facts.
Don't even get me started on
Facts.
that.
Wright brothers, baby.
Don't even get me started on that. Yeah, we
Read
were.
the license plate.
Yep, Kitty Hawk. Shout out Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, yeah, well, they had to go to North Carolina to be able to fly.
They came up with the idea.
Air quality's too bad. How'd they fly?
Yep.
The air quality's too bad.
They probably choking up there. Can't breathe.
See, that's the problem with Utah is the altitude. Altitude sucks.
Yeah.
I don't care.
The
I don't know.
inversion effect.
Oh,
Like the winter, it'll be sunny outside, but because of the pollution, you can't see the sun.
yeah, bad. Yeah, but anyhow, sorry.
Ohio also birthplace 21 Pilots, best band ever. So.
Ooh.
Yep. Thank you. Yep.
I think Imagine Dragons is the best band ever, and they are from Utah, so
Well, there you go. Great pick.
quote card. But Dylan, Ohio's a terrible pick because they're literally memed to death. People being like, "You're from Ohio."
A lot of people probably haven't been here.
Fair.
Have you been here, Carter?
Yeah, I have. I've been to Canton. I've been to Cincinnati.
There's no
and,
way. Canton, and you're trashing the pick.
And Toledo.
Toledo's not great either. Not bad, not great.
You know what? It's a 4th round pick, though. 4th round pick, Dylan.
Yeah, I was running out of options. And a lot of these
I can't fault
states
you for that.
never been to, so it's like hard for me to say. But
That's how. Yeah, I feel that way.
Yeah. All right, I'll go with my last pick here. The GM, the front office is pushing so hard for me to pick Idaho. I mean, the phone, we got like 37 text messages.
The boosters.
The boosters are, perfect way to put it. The boosters are in my ear. Pick Idaho, pick Idaho, pick Idaho. I picked Utah. I can't just pick Idaho. I
Get some
can't
diversity.
I need every. I mean, I've got almost everything on my board I want. I got the tax-friendly state. I've got California. I got all that. I got Utah. I'm gonna go Georgia.
Ooh, okay. Savannah, beautiful city.
Yeah, you get Savannah, Atlanta, Athens. Probably the best football program out there right now. Now that Jim Harbaugh's gone.
I'll do it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going Georgia. I don't think there's much more to add.
I think it's a good pick. That's a very popular state. Get it in the 4th round.
Yeah, Ben.
Good value.
I am going. People say if you're not first, you're last.
Alaska.
The first state, Virginia. A lot of great history there.
Wait, isn't
you have a lot of
what's Delaware? Is Delaware? Is that where? Never mind.
Well, Virginia was the first colony in the very least.
Okay.
You got Jamestown. You got a lot of history there. You have the most recent national champion in basketball from the ACC conference resides in Virginia.
The worst brand of basketball in that conference.
No.
White supremacist rallies in that same city where that team plays.
You got me. Got me on that one. No, but you talked about loving the colonial type feel. I do like the colonial feel as well. That obviously there's no more colonial place than Virginia. So I'm going Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I
like
It's 4th
Virginia.
round pick. So
Danville Casino's been good to me. That Danville Casino.
Danville was not a part of my pitch.
What about Martin? Yeah, I think Martinsville should be a part of your pitch.
You like NASCAR? Yeah, come on.
Martinsville, Buena Vista. Where's Allen Iverson from?
He's from like Virginia Beach.
Yeah, that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a Drake song named after that state? Perfect.
Fort Chiswell.
Yep.
Is that Virginia? Fort Chiswell.
I have no idea. All right, let me close it out here. Last pick, Mr. Irrelevant. This is a tough one. I want to diversify my board. I lived in Connecticut for a while. That's not the pick, by the way. I'm repping the Hartford Yard.
That would
shirt.
be one. That might be 1-1 on the worst states draft because
Connecticut's up there.
expensive with nothing. It's a highway. But go on.
Yeah. Anyways, I got the Hartford Yard Goat shirt on. Not going to pick them, though. But I want to pick something from the Northeast. And in my experience, I think New Hampshire's the pick here.
Whoa.
I think New Hampshire's the pick. Very
Massachusetts.
unknown state. Yeah, I thought about Massachusetts, but I didn't love my time in Boston. I spent a couple weeks in Boston, and I didn't love it. So that could have been the pick, I guess. But I'm going New Hampshire. Relatively unknown, which I think maybe is a good thing. Easy access to oceans and mountains, beautiful beaches, great. The fall there is beautiful. Quote, the foliage on the trees, perhaps. It's a very nice scenic state. No income tax there either. This was big on my board. No income tax. Great state to live in there. And you're close enough to Boston to go there if you want to see a Celtics game.
Yeah,
It's
but
right
if you're
there.
if you're close enough, then you're like, well, I'm going to Massachusetts. I don't think
I'm
you
still
can
picking
argue.
New Hampshire.
I don't think you can argue. I'm close enough to another state to leave that
Okay.
state.
Great seafood in New Hampshire as well. Got that going. Great seafood.
Maryland
Yeah,
wins
I'm just going
there.
New Hampshire. Because I did think about Massachusetts, and I purposely did not pick that.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a lot of snubs on the board because we drafted 16 out of 50. But I would say Colorado's probably the number one snubbed.
That was on my board.
It was on my board too.
Yeah, it was between Colorado or Utah, and I just hate when I fly to Denver and then it takes me 50 minutes to get into the city. It pisses me off more than anything. Utah, you're 12 minutes away from downtown.
Also,
If
Adam Sandler's from New Hampshire. Didn't know that. So there's another positive for me.
All right, let me read through the draft board, and I guess we can do honorable mentions. We're not going to go through all of them, obviously. But Connor, North Carolina, Texas, Wisconsin, New Hampshire, Ben, Hawaii, Arizona, New York, Virginia, Carter, California, Florida, Utah, Georgia, Dylan, Tennessee, Nevada, Maryland, Ohio. All right, honorable mentions. We talked about Colorado. What else got snubbed besides Colorado, Massachusetts?
Alaska. No, I'm just kidding.
Northern Lights. I like
Washington.
Maybe. Honestly, I've never been, but
I would say Washington, Oregon.
Oregon. I was thinking Oregon.
I hate the rain though, so I wasn't considering them.
Yeah,
I would say
I got California, so I was like,
Go ahead,
the
Dylan.
best part of the Pacific Coast.
the two. I'll probably get clowned for this, but the two that I didn't draft that I thought about drafting. I was a big fan of Missouri when I went because it's only 3 hours if you want to go from St. Louis to Kansas City. It's like not really that bad of a drive. And Pennsylvania.
So
Pittsburgh slept on
Pittsburgh
city.
is awful. Pittsburgh
Slept
is
on
awesome.
city.
Pittsburgh
Great
is awesome.
zoo.
See,
Primanti
I
Brothers.
always-
Have you ever been to
Yeah.
Primanti Brothers?
Oh
Great
yeah,
sandwich.
get that Pirates game. Go to the zoo.
Yep.
That is an all-time day
PNC
right
Park.
there.
PNC
I
Park's
should've-
top 5 too.
Yeah.
I'm mad at
It's a
myself.
cool city.
They
And
have,
I've
they have
never
Hershey,
been-
Hershey there as well.
Kennywood. That's an amusement park, and I've never been to Philadelphia, but a lot of
I
history
haven't either.
there.
I've been to
Yeah.
Philly.
Kensington.
I
Philly
didn't expect
cheesesteaks.
that. I didn't know I'd like Pittsburgh, but then I
Yes.
went and loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Pennsylvania's a good snub, yeah.
Illinois, Chicago.
Chicago, yeah, sure.
Personally, I do like Michigan a lot. It's just me.
Any
Except
love
they
for
do-
New Orleans, Carter?
No. Louisiana sucks. Louisiana sucks. And I'm not just saying that because you lost in the Final Four to your arch rival. No. Yeah, one of the worst nights of my life happened in New Orleans. Sure, great. That doesn't deter my experience. I've been to New Orleans multiple times. It's awful. It's terrible. Now,
Yeah, it's dirty.
Baton Rouge LSU football game, that would be sick. I would love to
Below
do that.
sea level.
But you're below sea level.
Voodoo.
You want to talk about not being able to breathe, Dylan? It was May and I couldn't breathe in New Orleans. It is awful. If it's 90 degrees in New Orleans, that's essentially 150 in Las Vegas. It's terrible. It is awful. I hate New Orleans as a city.
that's good.
Terrible place. And also F Pelicans fans while we're here too.
That was great.
Didn't
well
know
put.
there was a Brandon Ingram cult out there.
Well put.
Yeah, Alabama, Mississippi. I know, Dylan, you love Alabama, Mississippi. Biggest snub. Biggest snub is Idaho. Easily Idaho. You're close to Yellowstone. You got great kayaking. Very safe. Very safe. You got Boise. You got the blue turf.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
French fries.
Potatoes.
Can't mess up potatoes.
I've heard. Have any of the gentlemen here been to Montana before?
Yes.
I have heard that Montana is one of the most beautiful states. Is that true?
Yes, it is. But
Okay.
it's also like there's just really not. If you want to go up there and you're going like, there's a bunch of like dude ranches and stuff like that, and then also great national parks and whatnot. And
Okay.
then Yellowstone's weird because it's like tip of Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. So
Okay.
yeah. So you would get, I guess you'd get a little bit of that. But I'm trying to think.
Good draft.
Any other states? Wyoming.
Yeah.
I'm rebuilding them right now.
Laramie.
Yeah.
Western or Kentucky.
Josh Allen. Oh, Kentucky.
No love for Kentucky. Nothing for like West Virginia. None of those.
Mexico, no.
West Virginia is an awful state.
West Virginia's kind of pretty.
It's
It is
pretty. It's pretty.
But like the people.
Hey,
Actually, no. Isaac McNeely. That's a exception.
He looks
If
like
you
he's
have-
Everyone else.
if you have tolls on your turnpike to profit off of the people that are driving through your state, it's a bad state.
so every state in the country probably.
Ohio. I've never dealt with a toll in Ohio.
not a lot of people driving through Ohio.
Yeah, that's why.
70? What are you talking about? 70 literally.
7 million people. 7.7
No.
million people live in Ohio. This is one of the best states in the union.
I-70 is probably one of the biggest highways, and it goes right through the heart of Ohio. What do you? People
and you know
drive
what
through
they do?
Ohio
You know
all the
what-
time,
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're driving through. They ain't staying in Ohio.
but there's not a toll. There's not a toll.
If you're saying the best part about your place is that it's a highway, it's got a nice highway. What are we doing here?
Is this fake news now? You're literally saying something I said and putting it into a completely different context. I had said nothing about the highways when I was justifying
ropes.
Ohio.
That's what you're doing right now, though.
No, you said there were tolls in Ohio, and then you started talking about
No,
people
I
driving
didn't say-
through.
Okay, let's end this podcast. This went way too
Oh,
long
my.
anyways. All right, follow us all on social media at CarterCast on everything. Download SeatGeek. Use code CarterCast. $20 off. $50 minimum purchase required. Terms and conditions to apply. We're going to be back a couple more drafts, and then it's football season. We got previews coming. College football first, and then we'll roll into NFL. A lot of fun stuff coming. And make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.